Hello everyone, I welcome you all to EduTap. And before starting the session, because it's a live session, so I just want to know if everything is fine or not. So do let me know if the voice it is clearly visible, and if I'm sorry, if the video it is visible and audio it is quite audible, because after that it happens that we have queries, right? I think it's fine. I also looked from my mobile phone. So I think let's just start with the session. So see the scheme that we are covering today, it's Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, and we are using the term 2.0 because it is in its second phase currently, right? So we will be focusing on that. In last session we covered Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, and in this we are covering urban. And because both the schemes they were in new, so we are just starting off with it. But before starting the session, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide for all your queries. And if you want to know about the organization, what will be your role, what are the different pattern of examination, what are the different phases, everything will be covered in this particular the doubts will be cleared in this particular video, okay, in this books, and the link of it you can find in the description box below. Okay, so let's talk about Swachh Bharat Mission. See, we have already understood it, right? So it is there for because it keeps the vision of Mahatma Gandhi. And here we talked that how in this the Mahatma Gandhi always envisaged sanitation, and this is what this particular scheme was all about. Swachh Bharat Mission that was launched in 2014, and then in 2020 and respectively 2021 it was revised. It has two sections. One is for the urban areas and one is for the rural areas. But the basic idea of the program of Swachh Bharat Mission, that was to eliminate the open defecation, conversion of unsanitary toilets and flush toilets, eradication of manual scavenging, manual solid waste and management, and bringing the behavioral change among the people. Okay, I know this session is going to be fast, but this is a very small session. I don't think we used to have to utilize much time in it. It is everything you already know. It talks about Swachh, making sanitation and making clear the urban area. So the launch year of this scheme, it is 2021, and it falls under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. We looked at that the ministry, the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, it falls under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, right? Aim of the scheme to make all the cities garbage free, very important, right? Second is to ensure grey and black water. Now what are these? See, grey water, it is the water that is generated from cleaning from the kitchen or from cleaning your home, right? So normal water, it is the grey water, while the black water, it refers to the water that is generated from your washrooms. Okay, those are the black water management in all cities other than that covered in Amrut. So Amrut, which talks about rejuvenation and transformation of urban areas. In that also there are similar there are similar objectives, but there are certain different criterias we will look at in some other video that I'll make on Amrut. But currently we have to understand that all the cities which are not currently under Amrut, that will be managed under the particular Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0. And of course we are also talking about safe sanitation in urban areas. Total budget of it is rupees 30,980.20 crore for the financial year of 21-22 to 25-26. And the budget for this particular year, if we talk about, and very important, this year budget is important from the examination point of view, that is rupees 5,000 crore. Okay, now type. So it is a centrally sponsored scheme. So basically we have understood that in centrally sponsored, the usual division between center and state is 60:40 normal case, right, and 90:10 in special cases, and 100% in case of UTs by the central government. But here the division is quite different, and that is why I've included 90:10 ratio is for all the urban local bodies in northeast and Himalayan states, 100% for the UTs without legislature. But if the particular UT has a legislature, in that case the division between center and that particular UT will be 80:20. Why? Because this is different. That is why it can be asked in examination. And then there is a division of urban local bodies according to the population. So if the population is 10 lakh plus, in that case center and state division is 25:75. If the ULBs with 1 lakh to 10 lakh population between is that, and here we are including 1 lakh and 10 lakh as well, in that case the division is 33:67. And then ULBs with less than 1 lakh population, it is 50%. Okay, so quite simple, I guess. Now look at some key features. Again, it is going to be a very simple session. We already know the basic idea of it. We just have to memorize some of the things and you will be able to do that. Focus on source segregation. So whenever the solid waste, because there are wet and there is dry, there is biodegradable, non-biodegradable solid waste, right? To segregate them at the source level itself, at the very start only, right, from where they are being segregated. Second, we are talking about utilizing the principles of 3 Rs. This is very important, and we are studying it from the early childhood, right? It is reduce, reuse, and then recycle. Reducing the wastage, reusing the things that can be reused, and then recycling it, not just throwing it away like in a garbage, right? Second is scientific processing of all types of manual solid waste. What does it mean? Basically properly treating the waste before just discharging it in the environment. Okay, so next is the scientific processing. Next, talking about the remediation of legal dump site. What does it mean? So you must have seen there is a heap of garbage, and there are dump sites in outskirts of the cities, right? And in some cities, in fact, there is these dump yards in the cities only, right? So to have a proper remediation of these means to have proper, you can say, rejuvenation of those sites for effective solid waste management. Because if we are just throwing the waste and we're just collecting it, there will be a time when there will be loss of land. Because of that, we have to, you know, have more area to dump the waste, and that is why if we have effectively done the solid waste management, for example, recycling the products that can be recycled, and of course implementing the 3 Rs, we are going to redeem these legal dump sites as well. Next, some of the other key features, and here now let's look at the differences that or the key features that will be implemented according to the difference of the population. We have understood, right, that for different population there is a different financial outlay that will be distributed between center and state, right? Now just have an idea of that. So for the cities with less than 1 lakh population under the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0, what will be done? Focus will be on complete liquid waste management. Okay, so whatever liquid waste that is generated, it should be properly treated before discharging it to the natural environment, be it rivers, be it other water bodies that are there. Okay. Next thing is about the mechanical sweepers deployed in National Clean Air Program cities, and these are in the population in the areas where the population it is more than 5 lakh. Okay, so what does it mean? So basically the idea here it is to switch, or you can say to you can say to switch the manual laborers who are engaged in the sweeping with the mechanical sweepers. Because see here, the laborers who are involved in this type of work, there is a you know, there's a lot of hazards, there are a lot of diseases that they can catch, and it is also inhumane for a person to clean other people waste, right? So that is why mechanical sweepers are being switched, and we need not to worry, because for such kind of laborers, government, they have come up with other schemes which will help them to acquire some more other skills, and which can be utilized for their livelihood. But here mechanical sweepers will be switched with the manual laborers in the cities there where the population is more than 5 lakh. Then construction of over 3.5 lakh individual community and public toilet, that is also one of the mission, because of course we're talking about sanitation, we're talking about cleanliness, so of course we want to have public toilets as well. Next is well-being of sanitation and informal waste workers. Okay, so informal waste workers means, again we are talking about the laborers only who are engaged in it. We also have to take care of their well-being, because currently this mechanical sweeper, it will be they will be deployed to the area with population within more than 5 lakh population, right? But below that there still be laborers that will be involved, but we have to keep all the focus on them, on these informal waste workers, that they are properly equipped with all the equipments and sanitation facilities, and they are not in direct contact with all the waste material. Okay, so very short scheme, and but yet very important, that we had to understand. And see one snippet of the news that I have shown you in the Grameen one also, right? That was of the 6th of February, where there was a proper analysis and the proper information of both Swachh Bharat Mission component, that is of Grameen and urban, that was given, right? So one news was that, and recently 22nd March also, so World Water Day 2023 was celebrated, focus on accelerating used water management in cities. And here also special talk on there was also the mention and a little bit of discussion on the Swachh Bharat Mission urban, and Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, and that is why we discussed it. Okay, and so yeah, this is it, and we have homework question for you. Identify the incorrect statement with respect to Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0. Okay, so here you have the options and you have to tell which of the following is incorrect. And see, there was a lot of confusion in the last one question that I've asked, and that is why I've just added it. And if you look at question 1, which of the following statement is are correct with respect to SBM Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, and there was 3 option and most of you were confused, but some of you gave the right answer. Yes, none of the above is the right answer, because if you look at the first statement, it is operated as centrally sector, so that is wrong because it is centrally sponsored, we have seen, right? Tenure was fine, yes, tenure was right, but then it will cover all statutory towns in India. We have to understand that towns, they fall under urban areas and not the rural areas. And we looked at that how Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, it focuses on the rural area, and that is why this statement becomes wrong, and none of the above will be the right answer, because only the second point it is correct. And why I add such kind of questions, so that you understand that if only one statement is correct, the answer should be none of the above only, right? Now second was almost everybody have done that, right? So this talks about again the objective. So open defecation free behavior, this is the main aim that we have studied, right? And no one is left behind, to encourage cost effective and appropriate technology, that we have also understood, and also to create significant positive impact on gender and promote social inclusion also, that we have already studied under the objectives, right? So, and these are the people who have given the answers. I can't say everybody to be a topper except for some, because not all have given the right answer. See, Priyanka, again, Priyanka's second answer was right, and okay, I'll make the next scheme on small saving schemes. Then Ranjadani, okay, I'll keep that in queue. National infrastructure pipeline, I'll make a video on that. Vaishali said the right answer. Then we have Pirates saying the right answer. Then Tarun's second answer was right, but I hope now you understand why the first one was not there. And see, such kind of questions where maybe I have not taught you in the class, but some questions are like such where you have to be quite aware and alert, right? I know you by now, when I've explained you, now you must be thinking it was a very simple answer, but these are the things that we have to keep in mind. But nevertheless, it's just a revision session, right? Before examination you can commit many mistakes as much as you like, right? But not in the examination. Sahil said the right answer. Then we have Priyanka saying the second answer was right. Okay, so Vignesh, second answer is right. Then Rishabh, second is right. Anup, all both of you answer right, very good. And Rakesh, only second is right. And I hope now you have clearly understood. So if you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can find the PDF of this particular session from our Telegram channel. And yes, in here Rishabh, I can see Rishabh is saying the correct answer, in which we discussed about how the government, they are focusing on the sanitation workers. So yes, Namaste scheme is there for the mechanized cleaning, and also to have an alternative for the laborers who were initially involved in this particular task. And yes, that is all in this video. I again say suggestions are always welcome. You might be thinking that your scheme, I have not made a video yet, but there is a lot of suggestion I have got through mails, through in the comment section, but I'll cover all of them, and I'll try to cover them before your examination. So yes, that is all in again in this video. We'll meet again with another scheme and another session, and until then, all the very best for examination. And thank you for watching the session, and do comment if you like the video or not. Thank you.